Hey friends, it's me, your friend, Mr. B. And today we have our Panda Class with Mr. B. That's me. We have two special guests with us today. We have Bam and we have Boo. This is our friend Boo. Look at her. She's so excited. She loves mathematics and she loves science. Here's Boo. Say hi. Right here we have Bam. Little Bam loves to read. He's still learning to read, but he loves to read. He loves to learn, and he really likes history. Welcome, Bam. Thank you. We'll put our friends right here. Today we have a story. And now this is a story I'm not sure everyone knows because there's a lot of huff and puff about a certain somebody being very, very bad. This is the true story of the Three Little Pigs. It's also by the Daily Wolf. This story is by Jon Scieska. And it's illustrated by Lane Smith. The story was written in 1989. Everybody knows the story of the Three Little Pigs, or at least they think they do. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story because nobody has ever heard my side of the story. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how the whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault. Wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think you were big and bad too. But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. Sneeze. This is the real story. Dun, dun, dun. Way back, once upon a time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold. I ran out of sugar. True story. And there's a picture of Granny right there. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now, this neighbor was a pig. And he wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in his right mind would build a house of straw? Does have a point. So, of course, the minute I knocked on the door, it fell right in. I didn't want to just walk into someone else's house, so I called, little pig, are you in? No answer. I was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. That's when my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on. Well, I huffed and I snuffed. And I sneezed a great sneeze. Oh my goodness. Achoo. And you know what? That whole darn straw house fell down. and right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig, dead as a doornail. He had been home the whole time. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner just lying there in the straw, so I ate it up. Think of it as a big cheeseburger just lying there. I was feeling a little better, but I didn't have my cup of sugar, so I went to the next door neighbor's house. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not much. He had built his house of sticks. I rang the bell on the stick house. Nobody answered. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? He yelled back, Go away, Wolf. You can't come in. I'm shaving the hairs on my chinny chin chin. I had just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and I tried to cover my mouth, but a sneeze, a great sneeze. Achoo! You're not going to believe it. This guy's house fell down, just like his brother's. When the dust cleared, there was the second little pig, dead as a doornail. Wolf's honor. Now, food will spoil if you just leave it out in the open. So I did the only thing there was to do. I had dinner again. But think of it as a second helping. I was getting awfully full, but my cold was feeling a little better, and I still didn't have that cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. So I went to the next house. This guy was the first and second little pig's brother. He must have been the brains of the family. He had built his house of bricks. I knocked on the brick house. No answer. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? And do you know what that rude little porker answered? Get out of here, Wolf. Don't bother me again. Talk about impolite. He probably had a whole sack full of sugar, and he wouldn't give me even one little cup for my dear sweet old granny's birthday cake. What a pig! I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake when I felt my cold coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and I sneezed once again. Then the third little pig yelled out, and your old granny can sit on a pin. My granny. Whew. Now, I'm usually a pretty calm fella. But when somebody talks about my granny like that, I go a little crazy. When the cops drove by, of course, I was trying to break down this pig's door. And the whole time I was huffing and puffing and sneezing and making a real scene. Uh-oh. The rest, as they say, is history. Big Bad Wolf, the Daily Pig. The news reporters found out about 2 pigs I had for dinner. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting, so they jazzed up the story with all that huff and puff and blow your house down, and they made me the Big Bad Wolf. That's it, the real story. I was framed. He's in the pig pen. But maybe you could loan me a cup of sugar. story of the big bad wolf, the real story. So as you know, friends, I get a lot of my books, really most of my books, from the public library. And you can get a free library card and take out as many books as you want, up to like 50 books per time, and return them when you get a chance. So it's a book a night. Every couple of days you can take a book. It's just a great experience. So we have our friends here. Here's Bam, and here's Boo. I really enjoyed the story. That concludes another day, another time of our Panda Class with Mr. B. That's me. And as always, friends, how we always say goodbye. We say, pinch pot, cheese, cheese, cheese. Pinch pot, cheese, cheese, cheese. All right, friends, I'll see you next time. Bye.